If you aren't doing any type of exercise or any type of thing to watch your diet, I really encourage you, you have to do something. It is a waste of your life to be eating the way you are and have the sedentary lifestyle that you have right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just show a before and after for my, roughly 3-month transformation as far as my physique goes, just so you can see what eating like this can do. What's up, everyone? It's Brandon here again for another video. So as you might have noticed from some of my most recent videos, I have started going to the gym for about 3 months, and have also been paying attention to my nutrition, now eating a certain amount of macronutrients every day. So that's protein, fats, carbs, for anyone who's not used to hearing that word. And I figured in this video, I'll go ahead and show a meal that I really like for staying shredded, getting a decent amount of protein, and it tastes really good. So the first thing is 2 whole eggs, 100 grams of egg whites, and 1 teaspoon of olive oil for the pan, just to cook it and give it a little bit more flavor. And I need my fats to be at a certain level for my macros, according to my personal trainer, Frank Yang. So that's why I add the olive oil too. And then for this, I ate a little bit already because it's so good. This is one of my favorite things to eat. It's a bagel it's a blueberry bagel with 1 tablespoon of butter, 2 tablespoons of PB2 powdered peanut butter. So there's a lot less fat in powdered peanut butter. It tastes honestly like just as good. I kind of even like it better almost. It's just really good. And there's not nearly as much fat. So it's a better ratio of like protein to the other nutrients in it than normal peanut butter. And then some strawberry jam, and it's 1 tablespoon of that, and it's just amazing. And this isn't my best meal as far as macros go. I mean, it's decent. It's got a decent amount of protein, pretty high in carbs, which isn't really a problem. A lot of people think carbs are like this evil, horrible thing. I mean, really, where carbs become a problem is if you're eating if you're drinking your calories. A lot of the time, that's one of the biggest problems with carbs, because you're not really getting any nutrients, like micronutrients, like vitamins, minerals, etc. You're not getting that when you're consuming those calories. Like if you're just drinking pop all day, or like sweet tea or lemonade with sugar, any of that kind of stuff, or coffee with a bunch of creamer and sugar, that's not really going to give you any good nutrition, and it's just going to be really easy to consume calories. So anyway, let's just take a bite out of this. This is a meal for being shredded. Like, this is me, no pump, just to show you, like, you can be a low body fat percentage and eat foods that taste really good. I mean, this bagel is like, I could say some dirty things about what this bagel makes me think of, how good it is. Just, strawberry jam, peanut butter, a whole tablespoon of butter, and a blueberry bagel. It's pretty fucking good. And I mean, the soy sauce eggs, really good too. I forget if I mentioned, I don't know if I went through what was in this, but yeah, it's 3 teaspoons of soy sauce. Most people might use less. I just really like, soy sauce and salty taste. Probably one of the worst things about my diet right now is it is higher in sodium, especially on days when I eat something with the soy sauce in it like this, which isn't too often, but I do throw it in there. So, I mean, people get this wrong about dieting and nutrition. they go way too hardcore sometimes, and they don't realize that there aren't foods that are off limits. If you're getting the right nutrient, profile, meaning, the right amount of protein, the right amount of carbs, the right amount of fats, the right amount of all your vitamins and minerals so you're not deficient, there are no problems at that point. You can basically fit any food you want as long as it's going to get you to a good overall place as far as your nutrition goes. So, anyway, let's try some of this food and just give you an honest reaction. Like, it's so fucking good. So good. And the PB2 peanut butter, that's like a lower calorie version. The 100 grams of egg whites, that like reduces the fat compared to if you had like 3 eggs. But this meal, like, you can eat stuff that tastes really good and still be lean, still have high energy, still just feel great and better than you probably feel right now as far as where your diet's at, where your exercise routine is at and everything. Like, you can enjoy foods. The thing is, like, you want to have most of the foods you're eating be pretty healthy. Things like lean meats, like maybe sirloin steak, or top or bottom round steak. Plenty of other steak cuts that are just lean. Chicken, lean fish, or even fish that isn't super lean, because the fats in fish are pretty good. The fats in eggs are actually pretty good for you too. And then adding in like vegetables, like I eat like 1.5 servings pretty much of black beans every day. I eat a whole can of spinach every day, like just a regular size can. I eat those with my dinner. Usually it'll be a lean piece of steak. Those two things. The spinach and the beans both have a lot of protein for being, the beans aren't necessarily, I don't know, maybe they're a vegetable. I'm not an expert on what is and isn't a vegetable. So, but anyway, the idea is you're getting, I think they're called legumes or something. They're a little bit different, but it's kind of the same. The beans and like spinach, they're giving you tons of fiber, and it's really helps your digestion. I feel like way more energy eating like this than I used to. I save money because I'm not eating out at restaurants all the time. And honestly, a lot of the time, the food that I eat tastes better than when I used to eat out all the time, eating McDonald's and shit like that. I think people kind of get used to it and they think it's good, but it actually doesn't taste good. Like a lot of this fast food, I don't care if it's like Taco Bell, whatever. Like you get used to making like food at your own house. You can find things that you like more than these cheap fast food or even sit down restaurants. All these restaurants, they pump your food with probably more sodium than I have in this like egg and soy sauce dish, although this is probably like the highest sodium meal that I eat, generally speaking. But they pump your food high with salt, tons and tons of extra fat. If you eat at a restaurant one time, almost no matter what restaurant it is or what you get, you're probably gonna hit the amount of fat that you need to have like a healthy, balanced diet in like one meal at a typical restaurant. Oftentimes you'll actually be way over what your body would actually need. Right now my macros are at 200 grams of protein, 260 grams of carbs, and 70 grams of fat. I feel pretty damn amazing. Like, as far as energy levels, mood, all that stuff goes, I feel better than I ever have before in my life, honestly. Going to the gym 5 days a week, with like 1.5 to 2 hour workouts. That's just how I like to do it. You don't have to go that hardcore. For like the first couple months that I was starting again, because I did lift in high school, like 8-9 years ago, something like that. But when I started again about 3 months ago, the very last week of April, that's when I started. I was going to the gym 3 days a week. If you go to the gym 3 days a week, you can get really great results. You can surprise yourself with just 3 days a week of proper training. I'm so fucking good. All right, let me just take a bite of these eggs, just show you a genuine reaction of what that looks like what this food tastes like. And that'll probably, I might have some closing thoughts after that. But let's see how this tastes. Oh, I just had a chopstick fail right there on camera. It's still pretty good. Not quite as good as the bagel, but it's really tasty. Being able to eat like this and be in great shape and have great energy and be more productive than I've been in a long time, or maybe ever before, it's just great. Like, if you aren't doing any type of exercise or any type of thing to watch your diet, I really encourage you. You have to do something. It is a waste of your life to be eating the way you are and have the sedentary lifestyle that you have right now. For most of the people watching this, maybe not all of you are living a fairly sedentary lifestyle. I mean, even if you have a job where you're on your feet all day, I do. I have a job where I'm on my feet when I'm at work. Usually, most days at work, I'm on my feet for about 11 or 12 hours a day, moving pretty constantly, getting anywhere from like 10 to 20,000 steps at a day's work, depending on, which tracker you're using. My Fitbit tracks a bit higher. The iPhone's like normal thing, tracks lower. Anyway, even if you're very active, you're not getting like in a job or like you're constantly walking or you're walking miles and miles every day, you're still not getting the benefits of exercise. Like, let me just tell you, you're not getting the benefits. I was, working that same way, fairly active at my job, did not get hardly any benefits that you get from exercise. As far as energy goes, appetite goes, just everything. I have better digestion now. The list is never ending, honestly. The list is never ending. I have kind of a troll video that's like called Easy Soy Sauce Egg Tutorial. Shows it how to make it there. If you can't figure out how to make a bagel, you're probably beyond my help anyway, so yeah. But good luck, guys, if you do decide to make any changes in your approach to fitness or diet. If you have any questions about this stuff for me, go ahead and let me know. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it and got some value out of it. Give it a dislike if you thought it was horrible. Give me some feedback. I want to know. And then, yeah, comment any questions you have. Feel free to reach out to me on the Skype or WhatsApp information that's going to be in the description of this video. And, feel free to let me know if you want different content on my channel other than this. I think it's generally probably helpful to most people here just to get this information, because most people are not taking their fitness seriously. They're not taking their diet seriously. And even if you hear all this and it doesn't really click right now, honestly, you will be so thankful that you made the switch that I did. If you make a similar switch, even half the effort or half the things, you will be ecstatic at how it changes your life. It has literally revolutionized my life in the past three-ish months doing this. So yeah, anyway, that's all I have. Hope to see you guys in another video. Thanks for watching.